sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine through? In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for
Good evening there and welcome to this deadline day special with me, Stevo. And yes, I just thought, you know what? I've got Friday evening off. We've got a Friday deadline, haven't we? We've got Southampton versus Bournemouth tonight, a very unimportant game, let's be honest with you. And yeah, here we go, everybody. It's, bite your fingernails time. For me, not really. I'm pretty set with my team. I'm happy with it. It's up on screen at the moment, as you can see. And but more importantly, this show is about you guys. And if you want to come live on air, just simply get in the Discord, get into that waiting room, get ready to come live on air. If you want to post your team for me to look at, and you are going to be coming live on air, then please. How is it low volume? Crying out loud. Anyway. So, yes, all I will say is that... Yeah, exactly. Can you please just let me know how the audio is, because it should be fine. In fact, I'm going to be completely brutally honest with you. I think that most of you have either got your mobile phones really, really quiet or your laptops quiet, because every time I listen to the stream back, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with the sound whatsoever. It's absolutely fine. So, let's just calm down, everybody, shall we? And someone's just mentioned about maybe it's just the fact that you've just been listening to a high definition based intro, and the fact that when it comes to live, it's not quite high definition, but whatever. Anyway, I've completely lost track now of what I was talking about. Yes, if you want to come live on air, please just post your teams in the team screenshot section, which I will show you live up on screen now. So up on screen now, you will see team screenshots, which is just above the waiting room. So if you want to come live on air and you want me to discuss your teams quickly, there it is in the team screenshot section. But yeah, we'll just quickly go over my team briefly. It's not really much of interest. And I put up a poll on Twitter. And the poll was quite simply this. It was, do you think that Aubameyang will either match Sterling's points? Will he be less than Sterling's points returns? Or will he be virtually the same? And to be honest with you, I actually agreed with the poll. Very, very close. Not much in it, to be fair. 30% of you went with more points than Sterling. 33% think that he'll get less than Sterling. 37% virtually equal. And I agree. I actually asked a few people at work about Aubameyang this weekend, and every single one of them said that, yep, well, they didn't say put the captaincy on Aubameyang. I asked them specifically, who will score better, Aubameyang or Sterling? Who will score the most goals? And both of them said, well, three of them actually said Aubameyang. One of them was an Arsenal fan. One of them was a Man United fan. One of them was a Liverpool fan. None of them have any interest in fantasy football whatsoever. And they just gave me their opinion. And that's what I went with. And also on, Football 365's Cheeky Punt. The guy that does that, he said that he's going to put a bet down on Aubameyang to score 2+ goals, which again play into my mindset of, whenever you decide to put bets down, it never comes through. But whatever. I also put up something on Twitter about what Football 365 said in their big weekend. So while we've got only 26 minutes to go, I just thought I'd bring to your attention what I posted up on Twitter earlier. What Football 365 said, but quite simply, but it was quite funny really. But there's a good time to face There's rarely a good time to face Jurgen Klopp's front three. But it's especially daunting when your defence has conceded 11 times in 5 league games. That's the kind of statistic which will have fantasy football managers painting their teams red. And then I read that and I'm like, I'll never forget when Sam Matterface of Talk Sport live on air, when I think it was Sanchez. I think it was Sanchez a couple of seasons ago. He scored a hat-trick. And he just simply said, well, if you captain Sanchez like me, you'll be a very happy fantasy manager. And there was that decision, if you remember, that I said, I think that Salah is going to tear Chelsea to pieces. History suggests differently, and I did say that I should go with the history. History suggests Sterling or Aguero for popular captaincy picks, by the way. And I'm still going with Aubameyang. I'll give you the most basic reasonings as to why. It's because everybody owns Sterling, and if they own Sterling, they're more than likely going to captain him. Not many people own Aubameyang, so let's just go through. So Sterling's in 44% of teams. Aubameyang is in 23% of teams. Now, based on what I'm predicting, I generally do see Sterling kind of matching Aubameyang's points. In fact, if you've got Aguero, Sterling and Kevin De Bruyne, basically, in other words, if you own Aguero, captain him. I think he's the best captaincy option, full stop. If you own Aguero and Sterling, I still think Aguero comes out on top. Just think Sterling's form as of late has just, from an attacking point, when his returns point of view, he's done nothing in 9 games. Concerns me. And yeah, I'm just going to go with Aubameyang. He's playing at home to a promoted team. Arsenal are always good against promoted teams, middle of the road teams. and they're playing at home. They always do well at home. Aubameyang scored last night. Bit frustratingly started, but it doesn't matter. So my team in full that I'll be playing will be, well, as you know, a 3-5-2 formation. Nick Pope in goal. Lundstrom, Zinchenko, Digne. The reason why I'm going with Lundstrom is because I can see that being a really, really close game. I predicted 1-0 to Everton, but I can see that being 0-0. I know Everton's home form is excellent, but Sheffield United are no mugs. And I believe they've done actually really well. They've done really well this campaign so far away from home. So if we look here, drew 1-1 at Bournemouth, drew 2-2 at Chelsea. So it could be 3-3 in this case. But yeah, I'm happy to play Lundstrom ahead of Rico. Rico's not going to... Well, here's me. I'm going to probably eat my words, but Rico ain't going to keep a clean sheet tonight. Nah, I predicted 1-1, but Rico ain't going to get nothing tonight. And then in midfield, it's Mason Mount, Salah, De Bruyne, Sterling, Cantwell. I'm not worried about Mason Mount whatsoever. Pookie and Aubameyang as my captain. On my bench, I'm going with Greenwood first sub. I do like the noises coming out of Manchester United, and there's a chance that Greenwood could get a significant amount of minutes. It doesn't mean he's going to start, but I think he could get some significant amount of minutes. Then I'm going with Rico and then Gilbert. For people that aren't aware, my transfers this week were a -4. I went with Van Dijk, Ceballos, Ashley Barnes out. I brought in Rico, Cantwell and Aubameyang. As you would have saw the other day, I kind of was tempted to do a wild card, but a lot of people said don't worry about it, your team's perfectly fine. So anyway, like I said, if you want to come live on air with me to talk about your teams before we got 21 minutes left before the deadline, there's a few people in there right now. I'm going to speak to Phil first. In fact, no, I won't. I'll speak to FPL Defender because FPL Defender has posted up his team in the Discord, and I want to get him on quickly before the deadline ends. So, FPL Defender, you're live on air.
Hello,
my
high points.
Hello, FPL Defender.
hello.
You're now live on air. Yeah, if I can, I've caught you chatting away there. That's the benefits of Discord. What were you talking about?
We were talking about either who to captain.
Oh, you're going with Sterling at the moment. Any we got 21 minutes left. Have you thought about changing it?
No. No. Sterling it is.
It's a beautiful team you've got there. Tommy Eaton goals, Zinchenko, Bowley. Is he playing? Is Bowley available?
Yes.
Is he? Wan-Bissaka,
Yes.
Digne, Salah, Cantwell, Sterling captain, De Bruyne, Aubameyang, Pookie. You're not tempted by Aubameyang at all?
The thing is that I have to look at the fixture. And Watford, it's a better fixture. That's the thing. And all the talk about Sterling not playing, that's just bullshit.
Yeah, language there, Defender. But
Sorry.
Have you thought about maybe playing Lundstrom instead of maybe Wan-Bissaka, possibly? Considering
Yes.
Could be in a low-scoring game.
I was thinking about it because we all know that the clean sheet's not gonna come. We can't rely on them. And Lundstrom is a midfielder, so it could be like the last-minute changes to go Lundstrom over one.
Well, you've only got 20 minutes left. I mean, you kind of don't want to be making this decision so late on. But what about
what do you?
What do I think on what? Sorry.
On how it's gonna United, are they gonna consider?
Well, I said that I predicted that United are going to lose. I've said 2-1. I think that United are a bunch of clowns. And sorry for the individual that will irk an individual that commented against what I said. But I think that Man United are going to. Well, let me clarify this. They should lose. Man United's form of late over the last 18, 19 games now. They've now won 4, maybe 5. That's shambolic. This season they've won 2. Reality is that they've been pretty lucky to win. They've won. They've come out on top. That tells me more about the teams they've played than Man United themselves. So they only just won 1-0 admittedly last night with a bunch of kids, but they only won 1-0 last night. Doesn't inspire much confidence. And I think West Ham are there for the taking personally. That's what I just personally believe. But any final thoughts before we let you go? There's quite a few callers to get through with only 18 minutes to go. Any final thoughts?
No, I think that it's going to be a record breaking now. I'm going to bank my transfer for the first time.
Fantastic, and we'll get you on
No hits.
once the deadline passes. Brilliant. There we are. We'll bring on Phil. Phil, you're live on the Elite FPL Deadline Day special, my friend. We got your team up on screen at the moment. Confident with only 18 minutes to go. I see Kevin De Bruyne was captain.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I think De Bruyne's going to have an amazing week. Could possibly outscore Aguero.
That's a bold statement, Phil. Do you want to clarify why you think that?
As Duna mentioned on the show the other night, we was looking at the stats, and Watford concede a lot of chances on their left flank, which is De Bruyne's side. So I think maybe City win 4-1. De Bruyne gets 2 assists and a goal, max bonus points.
For people listening all over, we've got Nick Pope in goal, Digne, Kolasinac, Alexander-Arnold, Ceballos, De Bruyne captain, Son, Salah, Barnes, Pukki, Abraham. Remind the audience who your transfers were.
I've held this week.
Oh, you've held this? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah? When did you get Kolasinac? I can't even remember you having him.
Last week, I had him for the assist last week. I swapped him for Wan-Bissaka.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Are you confident ahead of this particular game week?
Yeah, I'm real confident, hoping to carry on climbing up the league. I managed up 8 places in the cash league last week. Hopefully another 5 or 6 this week.
That's brilliant, Phil. If you want to come back on in a minute, we'll bring you back on. I just want to get through the calls before the deadline passes. We've got 16 minutes left. Any final thoughts before we let you go, Phil?
No, just good luck to everyone. Hope you all have a great game week.
You don't mean that, Phil. Stop speaking nonsense. You don't mean that whatsoever.
I mean a good game week for content for the Sunday service. That's what we want.
Cheers, Phil. We'll speak to you in a minute.
But anyway,
Thank
good
you
luck,
very
everyone.
much.
Take care. Cheers.
Thanks, Phil. There. And yeah, if you want to come live on air, just like Phil and the defender have done, all you got to do is come into the waiting room on Discord and post your team in the team screenshots, which are just above the waiting room. I'm going to bring on the Vengeful Porcupines. Interesting. Vengeful Porcupines. You are live on the Elite FPL Call, the Deadline Day special, my friend. Good evening.
Anurag. Not.
Good. Oh, it's Anurag. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Just quickly go over your team. It's Heaton in goal, Van Dijk, Digne, Wan-Bissaka, Lundstrom, Sterling, Mount, Salah, De Bruyne, Allaire and Pukki. You're going with Sterling captain. Why are
There's
you
a
going
story
with
behind
Sterling?
that. I'll tell it quickly. After your history lesson yesterday, I did a coin toss.
Okay. Who was it between?
Between my luck of captaining Salah for the last 5 game weeks
Yep.
and versus Sterling history.
Yeah.
Landed 2 out of 3 on Sterling.
Are you confident with that coin toss decision?
Yeah, but it's coin toss. Let's see what happens. It's either going to continue my streak or it's going to break my streak.
Are you looking forward to the game week ahead? We've only got 15 minutes before the deadline
Yeah,
pass. Are you thinking of doing any final decisions?
No decisions.
You are
Right now, basically, let's see if Sterling breaks my streak or continues my streak, and then let's see if Mount plays or is Song going to come in or not? If Mount doesn't play.
Okay, fair enough. That's interesting. Here we are. Right, I need to turn my mic up. Let me do that instead. Maybe that'll be a bit more louder. Hopefully that should be okay. But here we go. So, any final thoughts, Anurag, before we let you go?
Well, let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Absolutely, my friend. Anyhow, we will probably bring you back on later. What's going on here? Other than that, cheers, Anurag. Thank you for coming live on air. Let's bring on Andy. Andy 1998, aka Resi Desi. That's always in the chat. Good evening, Andy. Hello, Andy.
Hello.
Oh, just about to cut you off then. Good evening, Andy. Are you all set for this game week?
Yeah, I'm all set. I just wanted to double check if you have the community team transfers done.
Yep. So for everybody listening, I was going to do that in a minute ago. So basically, for everybody listening in now, we had a community team that we started at the start of the season. first 2-3 weeks we were actually focusing on it, and then we completely forgot about it. And then all of a sudden on Twitter, the guys that we are competing with, the people that are actually organise the specific league that we've entered, put out a tweet. And simply put, they said, do you recognise any of the podcasts, all this malarkey? And surprise, surprise, the Elite FPL podcast community team, despite the fact that we haven't touched it whatsoever, was doing really well. It's on exactly 300 points, which equates to 397,000th in the world. But within that mini league, you guys are 3rd out of 12. You're doing really, really well at the moment. I think you're something like 15 or so points off top spot, and maybe a bit less than that. And what I'll do is I'll bring it up on screen now, and I will show you what the team was, because this is quite important for you to see, actually, because it's actually quite interesting. But here we are. It is Nick Pope, Alexander-Arnold, Zinchenko, Wan-Bissaka, Digne, Salah, Sterling, Mount, Martial, Callum Wilson, Pukki. Now, I was having a conversation with Andy and Phil regarding if they could take over basically the duties of this community team, and they said, yep, we will be more than happy to. And they decided that there'd be 2 specific transfers that they'd actually really like to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post it up on right now, and hopefully it will come up, which it has done. Now, the 2 transfers that Andy and Phil decided to do, along with doing a quick poll, was quite simply Mount and Martial out to bring in Son and Cantwell. And here is that team in full up on screen at the moment. So quite simply put, again, Nick Pope, Alexander-Arnold, Zinchenko, Wan-Bissaka, Digne, Salah, Sterling as captain, Cantwell, Son, Callum Wilson and Pukki. Are you happy with that, Andy?
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah,
I really like the transfers. The lads in chat were all in favour.
Yeah, I do you know what? I really like the look of the team as well. I think it's brilliant. Yeah. I think it's absolutely brilliant looking at.
I think it's a really good differential song for this week.
No, absolutely. I think Son will do really well this week. Andy, who are you captaining this week?
I'm captaining KDB.
Another Kevin De Bruyne captainer. Why?
I was going to go for Sterling, but I can't risk another blank, so I'm going to take it safe and go KDB.
Who else do you have in your team that's a potential captaincy option?
I have Salah, Sterling, and KDB.
Oh, so really it's down to the two Manchester City options, and you're confident then that Kevin De Bruyne will return?
I'm just hoping for one return, because the last 2 weeks all I've got is blanks. So
yeah, join the club, my friend. Andy, all I can say is thank you for taking over the community team along with Phil. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no bother. See you later, Steve.
Cheers, dude. There we are. I'm going to bring on Shane083 because I'm pretty sure he's calling all the way from New Zealand or South Africa or something. I forget. Shane083, remind me where you're from again. Shane083, you are live on the Elite FPL Deadline Day special, my friend.
How you going, Steve?
All well and good. Remind me where you're from again.
Australia, mate.
That's right, you are from Australia. Fantastic. We've got your team up on screen once I can actually get to it. Once it loads up, thank you. You're going with a 4-4-2, but most importantly, Harry Kane captain. Tell us why.
Yes. Mainly just for differential reasons, because I think he's going to be very lowly captained, so just to try and shoot up the ranks a bit, I suppose. And he scores well against Leicester.
So the team in full is, who's your goalkeeper? I'm assuming Nick Pope, Matt Ryan.
Tom Heaton.
Tom Heaton in goal. Van Dijk, Alexander-Arnold, Coleman, Zinchenko, Salah, Sigurdsson. You still get faith with Sigurdsson, Ceballos, De Bruyne, Barnes and Kane. Yeah, go for it. Why have you kept faith with Sigurdsson?
Just for this fixture. I remember I spoke to you just before Gameweek 4, do you remember? And I was going to wildcard.
To be honest with you, I barely remember yesterday's call, so I apologise. But no, I don't know. Remind us, go on.
No worries. just for this final fixture, I'll give him one more go, see how it goes, and then reassess. I think he can do something.
Did you wildcard at the time then?
No, I haven't wildcarded yet. I haven't used any chips.
You haven't used any chips whatsoever. Whereabouts are you ranked overall?
About 1.9 million.
All right, okay. So you're not you're in the same boat as you're in the same boat park as me. You're still keeping faith with Sabelos as well.
Yep, I sure am.
We've got
wildcard. What? Sorry.
We've got 8 minutes left. Are you going to hit the panic button and put that captaincy on Salah or Kevin De Bruyne?
No, I'll stick with Harry.
Good lad.
I'll stick it.
Well, the overall history suggests you should do exactly that because his returns versus Leicester have been absolutely phenomenal. The only thing I would say is that based on FPL Booner's comments, he is not playing. He's playing too deep, and it looks like Son's basically their striker. But there we are. Shane, thank you for joining us.
No worries, mate.
Cheers,
Good luck.
dude. There's Shane083 there. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring on Rugfish. No, actually, no, I won't. I'll bring on Crazy Jack. Crazy Jack, be prepared to come live on the deadline day special. We got 7 minutes left. Crazy Jack, you are live on the Elite FPL deadline day special. Deadline day special, my friend. Good evening. Just need to unmute your mic, my friend. Crazy Jack, you're live.
One sec.
What's going on, my friend? You alive?
Yeah, I can hear you. 1 sec. Sorry. You alright, lad?
Yeah, we're all well and good, my friend. You're going with Sterling captain.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Do you want to tell us why?
Just safety, to be honest. He's blanked twice, and I just feel like this is going to be his time to bring it back.
You're not tempted by Salah or what Andy and Phil have done is gone with Kevin De Bruyne?
Nah, I reckon Sterling's going to have his moment. Like, everyone's probably taking him out now, but he's going to probably score, like, an outrageous amount, and yeah.
So, where are you overranked in the world?
I am doing shocking right now. 3.7 mil.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I've done awful. The thing is, though, the problem I had is I've always captained the wrong person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, last week, I was like, last minute, I'll switch to Sterling, because surely he'll bang it in Norwich. Nope.
For people listening on audio, we got Nick Pope in goal, Van Dijk, Zinchenko, Matip, Cantwell, De Bruyne, Salah, Sterling, Mount, exactly the same formation, midfield as me, and then we got Pookie and Allaire at the top. You're hoping that Lundstrom will come on for Mount instead of Greenwood?
Yeah, I just think he'll have more time. Like, he's going to be a starter, so he'll have more chance to do something compared to Greenwood. I don't know if he'll still start. I know he scored that goal in the game in the week, but I think he'll still start on the bench, so he'll have less time to do something, whilst Lundstrom could pull something out of the bag. But yeah, that's my thoughts to that.
Brilliant. Crazy Jack, thank you for joining us on the Elite FPL Deadline Day special. To be honest with you, everybody, he's just said that he's 3.7 million in the world. He said he hasn't got a single captaincy right this year. He's captain Sterling. There's 5 minutes to go. Gee whiz!
To be honest with you, everybody, he's just said that 3.7 million in the world. He said he hasn't got a single captaincy right this year.
Gee whiz, you just need to turn the stream off and we will get you live on air. So what we're going to do is we're going to get on NorB3TZ, whatever you pronounce your name. NorB3, welcome to the stream, my friend.
Hello.
Hello, NorB3, all set for, Gameweek 6.
Yeah, I'm all set.
So we got your team up on
I'm looking
screen
really
at the
forward.
moment. We are, well, not quite yet. I've pressed the wrong button, as I always do. I keep thinking I'm in one menu when I'm actually in another. We are going with a 4-4-2 formation. It's Digne, Van Dijk, Alexander-Arnold, Rico. Oh, you got Rico playing tonight. Pickford in goal, sorry. Cantwell, De Bruyne, Salah, Sterling, Abraham, Allaire. It's a beautiful team. You've just heard someone that's 3.7 million in the world. They've never got a captaincy right. He's captain Sterling. You've got 4 minutes left. Would you be willing to change it because of that information?
No, I'm with FPL Defender, captaining Sterling. I think really he's going to play this weekend. I think this will be his match.
Okay, fair enough.
I had Salah last week and it paid out, but now I'm going Sterling.
And whereabouts are you ranked in the world?
I'm ranked at 116,000.
Wow, so you're having a very, very good season this thing. How well do you think you're going to get on this
Yeah.
particular game week?
Well, I've had a lot of luck, I think. So I think I will do well, and now I really have a good team as well. So maybe, hopefully, it will pay out.
What's the best bit of luck that you've had so far this year?
Oh, I've hit with Diop actually. Diop has kept a clean sheet. Haller also I've kept him, and he's turned out to be a good striker. Yeah, and also my defenders. Like I've had Trent from the start. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you for joining us, Nor. We're going to bring on GW6. GW6, you have 2 minutes to change your team. You are live on the deadline day special. Are you going to change your team? You said you were going to keep your transfers close to your chest. Well, you've got 2 minutes before we end. Well, once the game week starts, how are you confident ahead of this particular game week?
No.
You've got 2 minutes. Why can you not be confident?
How can you be confident at 1.7 million? Hey, you having a bubble? What planet you living on? Hey?
Okay, you've got 2 minutes. You've just heard that someone was 3.7 million in the world. They captain Sterling. They've never had a captain success. You've just heard someone that's 100,000th in the world.
Oh my giddy up. Wait, let me change my captain now. I'm keeping it on Sterling, bro.
You've got two, right, okay, you've got 2 minutes. So are you happy with your team? It's Nick Pope in goal, Digne, Van Dijk, Rico, Lanzini, Salah, Sterling, De Bruyne, Pookie, Barnes, Allaire. Are you happy with that team?
Not really, but I'll tell you what I did notice. I had Loughton and Pope playing. And I'm like, I can't have Loughton and Pope playing and Pookie and Cantwell. That's a madness. So, yeah. Hopefully Lanzini might play, he might not. I'm not bothered if he does or he doesn't because Cantwell can come on in his place. So we have less than 30 seconds left. I'm going to keep it on that, yeah.
Gee whiz, thank you for joining us, my friend. Really appreciate it. There we are. Can we get on one final caller before the minute's up? It's Zizetto. Zizetto, you're live on the Elite FPL Deadline Day special, my friend. Good evening. Nope, he's not there. Fair enough. We're going to go with Heekan. Heekan23. Heekan23, you're live on the Elite FPL Deadline Day special. Good evening. You've got less than 30 seconds to talk. Nope, okay, fair enough. There we are. Let's go on with Rugfish. Oh, we've passed the deadline. It's ended. Rugfish, are you there? Nope, he's not there either. Right, it looks like Steve-O's solo time. Wow. The deadline has passed, everybody. Now the question is, are you all happy with your teams? Can't change it now. Here we are, as Darren Molly says. Locked in. Everything's passed. Now I've got some interesting news for everybody now. You may want to prick your ears up. Because my co-host, Jason, and I know you're listening, Jason, in the car. He's on his way down to Cornwall. He revealed something to me. Now, I'm not going to reveal that information until the game updates. So we've got 29 minutes or so before the game updates. But of course, remember, it's Southampton versus Bournemouth. And we will reveal what the team news is when it comes through. So stay tuned to that. I'll do a quick bit of admin. We're not going to be going on too long this evening, probably only for another hour. But yes, if you've enjoyed the stream so far, just simply hit the like button. If you're brand new to this show and you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, we are pretty much a daily streaming service for all things fantasy football. So I suggest hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and you will be alerted to when we are going live. Because a lot of the time it's impromptu. But to find out when we are going live, the easiest way to find out possible, number one is through Twitter. That's at Elite FPL. Number two, the second I post up on Twitter, I immediately post up in the Discord. The reason why we are getting callers live on air is because of the wonderful Discord community that we have got. If you want to be part of that Discord community and you have no idea what we're talking about, simply put, there is a link in the description. I'm sure somebody will post it at some point this evening. All you got to do, hit the link, sign up, and at some point, if you want to come live on air, we are more than willing to talk to you. Normally, it's not just me, it's myself and Jason. But unfortunately, Jason can't join me tonight. And I thought, you know what? I've got time off. I may as well just do this deadline stream and then do a live reaction to when the game updates. Because I think it's, let's be honest here, like I said, we've got a cash mini league that we take very, very seriously. And I think it's important that we go through the teams when it updates. It's simple. I think it's going to be interesting to our regular viewers. I think it's going to be interesting to people that are participating in the particular Cash Mini League. So, anyhow, let's see if there is any news regarding the teams at the moment. And I'm going to assume it's being posted via Twitter. Like I said, Twitter at Elite FPL. I can reveal this. Davey FPL, other YouTube content creator, friend of the show. Davey FPL, he has gone with Sterling captain. He went with Sterling captain. He went with Matt Ryan, Digne, Robertson, Zinchenko, Ake, Cantwell, De Bruyne, Salah, Sterling captain, Barnes and Pookie. But then again, he only had really one, maybe two captaincy options. I was amazed by Phil and Andy's captain choices in Kevin De Bruyne. Absolutely fascinating. Absolutely fascinating that they went with Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, his home record, I've always said this, Kevin De Bruyne at home always gets double points returns at home. Happens all the time. And any news? Nope, there is no news yet on teams, but I'm sure, I wonder if anybody in chat's posted the team news. Could be interested to see if Ryan Fraser's started. Thanks, Cahill. Danny Ings is benched. No one cares. But GW6 has actually posted the team news for Southampton. We're going with Angus Gunn, Cedric, Danso, Romeu, Bednarak, Vestergaard, Ward-Prowse, Hoiberg, Che Adams, Befal and Nathan Redmond. Right, okay. And Anurag come in with Fraser is benched. Wow. Rico, thank you. Vipin. Rico is starting in the 11. Wow, okay. So thanks to GW6 and Bournemouth. So thank you to GW6 for posting this in the chat. He was just live on air. Bournemouth starting 11. It's Ramsdale, Jack Stacey, Diego Rico. So we now have an official playing 4 million player, defender-wise. Another one. Jefferson Lerma, Steve Cook, Ake, Harry Wilson gets his start again. Billing, he's in there again. Oh, Solanke plays, does he? Wow, okay. So maybe we're going with a 4-3-3 and Solanke, Callum Wilson and Josh King up top. Wow, that's going to be interesting. So thank you for that, GW6, posting the team news. Really, really appreciate that. But yes, like I said, I have, once the game updates, I will be going live through the mini league, the Cash Mini League, the Elite FPL Challenge League. And I want to go through the contenders and obviously the people that are top of the league, basically the top 4 places, to be completely honest with you. But let's go into the Discord. Let's see who wants to come on air. And let's, well, here we are. His regular contributor. It's Notorious Nerd. Notorious Nerd, you're live on the Elite FPL Deadline Day special, my friend.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Notorious Nerd. Welcome to the stream. Can you make sure that you turn the stream off? Or mute the speakers? Do anything you can. There we are. Seems to have worked now.
Can you see my team, dear?
You need to turn down your speakers, Notorious Nerd. I'm getting a lot of feedback there.
Yeah. I've posted my team, dear.
Yep, your team's live up on air. You're going with a 3-4-3 formation, and you're starting Greenwood. Why is this?
Yeah, it's a punt, so I'm taking it.
Why?
Just think the potential is there for him to get a big haul if he does get a chance after his performance last night. So, and with the injuries.
You haven't thought about what Solskjaer said regarding the fact that he isn't going to be playing any minutes. He's going to get managed, and if he still continues to score, that maybe he may get a start. But at the moment, he ain't going to be starting.
I think he will get start. Looking at the options that he has, he might just decide to. So
You're another one that's gone Kevin De Bruyne's captain. Can you tell us why?
I think it's a safe pick because he's assured of minutes and he's been returning well in every game, especially at home. So I think to take away the Sterling headache of him being benched, I think De Bruyne is a decent pick.
We haven't had you on the show for a very, very long time. How well are you doing this season?
Well, I'm fairly decent at the moment, 180k overall rank.
Wow.
So I'm just trying to be around everyone else
That's an
in the
excellent.
average scores.
That's an excellent rank. David Silva, can you tell us the thoughts as to why you've got him?
I got him last week actually, because with the Marshall injury. So I had to get a 7.5 million midfielder. So I thought it was a good week to get him last week because people were jumping on the City attackers. So yeah, I'm just keeping him, and since he didn't play in the Champions League, so he's gonna start and could be a differential for me.
What are your thoughts on my Aubameyang captaincy pick ahead of Sterling? Or even Kevin De Bruyne in your case?
Sorry, what did you say?
Your thoughts on my Aubameyang captaincy ahead of Sterling?
Oh, definitely. It's a good pick. It's what I would have preferred if I had Aubameyang because he's assured of starts and he could equally match Aguero. So I like it. I'd say it's a better pick than Sterling.
I'm surprised you're not playing Loughton, but you're playing Lundstrom instead. What's the thought process behind that?
I think clean sheets are hard to predict this season. So my gut feeling is I go for the defender with the most attacking returns. And I feel Lundstrom could get something in this game, especially against his old club. So just for that, nothing else.
Yeah, I completely agree. Notorious, thank you for joining us this evening. I'm a bit wary of the fact that you've got a really bad echo, and like I said, when other people come live on air, you've got to make sure that you mute the stream, or even just turn the speed. In other words, just turn the sound off. That's all you got to do, and we can have a coherent conversation. And unfortunately, like people are complaining about, they're just mentioning the echo and everything. And there's a clip there for you, SMZ. There was me asking the question, there was an echo, and there was still the question. I didn't hear what you said. Anyhow, let's bring on another caller, and let's see if Zizetto will answer this time. Zizetto, are you there, my friend?
Yes, I am.
You are here now.
Yeah.
The deadline has passed. We're 10 minutes into the game now, updating live. Simply put, how's your team looking for this particular game? You haven't put it in the team screenshots to see.
Yeah.
You back with us, mate?
One sec.
We'll let him. Let's get on Hacken23. Hacken23, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear?
Good evening, my friend. Are you all set for Game Week 26? The Game Week deadline has now passed. How's your team looking? Zizetto, you are back. Good evening.
Yes, hi.
Have you posted your team in the team screenshots?
I have.
Fantastic. We can now bring it up on air. Ooh, we've gone with a Salah captaincy. Fantastic.
Yeah,
Can you tell the
he's my
audience
only
why you
option.
went with Salah?
He's my only option, to be honest.
Are you sure about that? There's Kevin De Bruyne and Son.
Yeah. He's my safest option, I think, in my opinion.
Despite the history saying that he hasn't done that well versus Chelsea, you're pretty confident he'll do something against Chelsea.
Because this season Chelsea's defense is not that good.
Yeah, like I said, I read out the tweet. I read out the R tweet that I copied from Football 365, saying that Salah and Mane are going to have some fun on Sunday. I actually made the point that I can see Salah tearing them to pieces, and I still didn't captain Salah. I went with Aubameyang. You are pretty confident then, are you?
Yeah, I think he'll at least score 1 goal.
What were your transfers this particular game week?
I did a -12.
You what? Yeah?
Yes.
You're not cash mini league. What made you go with a -12? And who were the transfers?
Well, I had I think, let me see, I had Iobi, I think, and Mason Mount.
Yep. Have you just completely forgot who did you bring in then? That'd be a lot more easy. Who did you bring in?
Yeah, I think I got in Son.
Yep.
Cantwell and Caramelson, I think.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Very, very good transfers indeed there. Are you happy with them?
Yeah, I am.
Are you expecting good things from Son? I mean, the fact that he's going to be playing out of position and everything.
No, sorry. I brought in Lundstrom and Matip. Son, Lundstrom, Matip, and Cantwell. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. But are you happy with the Son pick? The fact that he's going to be pretty much playing as striker rather than as a midfielder.
Yeah, I think he'll have more shots than Kane.
Yeah, absolutely. There, Zizzetto.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us there, my friend. Hacken23. Let's try you again. Hacken23, are you there? Nope. Okay. FPL Booner.
Good evening. How are you all?
Good evening, my friend. Obviously, we all know. Well, I say we all know what you did. We do know what you did. You posted up on Twitter. You brought in Son for Kevin De Bruyne. Tell us what made you go through with this decision.
It was more so Son's history and the fact that at the moment he's the focal point for Spurs, and he's done really well against Leicester across the past few seasons. I think rather than wait until next week, I've brought him in this week. And what's also kind of, what's the word? Kind of strengthened my decision to bringing him in is the fact that I've still got 2 City attackers.
And remind the audience.
If I had to, and that. Yeah.
Who are your 2 Man City attack? I know, but could you remind the audience who don't know who your 2 attacking City assets are now?
And Jesus. So yeah.
You were actually breaking up then. Sorry, what was
that? No, it's Sterling and Aguero.
All I heard was Jesus, and I'm thinking, you haven't brought in what? You haven't brought in Jesus?
No, I was playing up to the crowd like you and Jesus did. You know what I mean? One sec, bear me 1 second, Stephen. Let me just switch over phone. Literally 1 sec.
So,
can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, my friend.
Yeah.
You went with Aguero captain, didn't you?
No.
No.
I changed last minute back to Sterling.
How many seconds or minutes did you have left before the deadline?
About 30.
Is that 30 seconds or 30 minutes?
Yeah, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I need to just go with my gut and history as well. And history for Sterling at home to Watford is far superior compared to Aguero at home to Watford. But Aguero has done quite well away, so I think he's crucial to that attack as well. So I can't see him being benched.
Are you looking forward to when the game updates? So when I go and look over at the the Challenge League, basically our Cash Min League, and see what people have done.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the leagues updating so I can see Jason right above me in my eyesight. 2 points ahead of me.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I've got some news to reveal. no news from me at all. All I know is that when I open up his team, it'll be the first team that I go to, because I could have some news for everybody to break to everybody. Are you confident?
Well, we're aware, Steve. We know. He came into Discord earlier and let us all know. And
Billy, don't say anything. Don't say anything, because I
no.
don't want them for the, I don't want the
I
audience
won't tell
to-
anyone about his minus 32. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
No, are you confident ahead of now everything's set? Are you confident for game week 6?
Yeah, I think my team's looking in very good shape, apart from the defence. But I think apart from those that have Everton defence, most defences aren't great anyway. So I'm playing Kelly, Matip, and Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, I can't see many clean sheets this particular game week. I think me personally, I predicted Arsenal, City, and Everton to be getting clean sheets this particular game, because it's not. I don't think there's going to be that many again. Clean sheets at the moment are being come hard to come by and everything. We got 12 minutes left before the actual game updates. I'd like to think. Are you surprised by the fact that Ryan Fraser's been benched again?
A little bit, given the fact that he came off the bench and scored last week. I thought it was just a temporary one-off thing, let him have some recovery. But it looks like he's lost his position. And Harry Wilson's playing quite well at the moment, isn't he? And I'm not sure who's come in for. Is it Harry Wilson or is it Dom Solanke?
Solanke, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, surprising, but I don't mind.
Why do you think this has happened?
I think he's just knackered, and he's not started the season too well either. And clearly, these other players are knocking at the door, and they've finally got more depth in their squad, and they're utilising it. So fair play.
Yeah, that's exactly why. What are your thoughts on me captaining Aubameyang ahead of Sterling in the end?
Say that again. Sorry, my mind went blank.
What are your thoughts on me captaining Sterling? Aubameyang ahead of Sterling in the end.
Oh, I think it's an absolutely fine decision, to be honest. Like, he could score a brace. Arsenal are good at home. The logic's all there. It's just, obviously at the same time, Villa are pretty resolute in defence. So you've got that risk there. But then on the other side with Sterling, a lot of people have been saying, will Sterling play? Will he not? I'm fully off the perspective that he will play. But with Pep, you just never know, do you? Like, you can't 100% say Sterling's going to start. You can't.
Are you confident that Notorious Nerd is? Are you confident that Greenwood is actually going to start?
Why not? Why not give him a chance? Like, he's doing well. I don't see why. I don't see why he doesn't play him. Like, who's he going to play? Lingard or Mata? But they're hardly pulling up any trees. They're not special players. So the kid's just scored a goal as well in midweek in the Europa. He's 17, 18. His confidence is up. Play him. He's got nothing to lose.
I was thinking, Solskjaer has basically come out and simply said, look, this guy is effectively said, he's just a kid. I have to manage his minutes. He played the full 90 in the Europa League and everything. And he doesn't think he's going to play him. He thinks he's pretty much going to just probably, if anything, he's going to come on as a sub, maybe with 20 minutes to go. I've got him as first sub, to be honest with you, because I think he's probably going to get more chance of getting more points than Rico, even in a sub appearance.
Yeah. What is Rico not in your starting lineup no more?
No. I think that there's a higher chance of Lundstrom doing something against Everton than there is of Rico doing anything against Southampton. I think tonight's going to be a very tight 1-1 game. History doesn't suggest that, but that's what I mean. What are your thoughts on tonight's games, the scoreline wise?
Last time it was 3-3, I believe, last season.
Yeah.
So I'm going for a 2-2 or something like that. I think there'll be goals. I think Wilson will score. He scored a brace there last season.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Have you, admittedly the game hasn't updated or anything like this, but have you thought about anything about Game Week 7? Any transfers that you're considering?
Yeah. There is a transfer on my mind, and this will prick up some ears, but it depends on how the performance is this weekend. But it's potentially Aguero to Kane, because as you know, I'm going to the game. As you know, I'm going to the game, and I like to have player coverage. And Kane's record against Southampton, as you'll reveal later next week, is actually pretty good. So if Kane looks half decent this weekend, I might make the move. If he looks poor, I might still make the move.
But surely, based on you as an individual that has been banging the drum about the fact that Son is the most furthest advanced player, I mean, we have mentioned Planet FPL's James saying that basically Son is a striker. You've said as well that Kane's playing pretty much too deep. You're still thinking of bringing in Kane?
Yeah, well, I'm a sucker for punishment, ain't I, Steve-O? Plus, I quite often play this game with my Spurs goggles on, and I mean, if I wasn't going to the game, I'd probably be less inclined to make that move. But yeah, I remember he scored a hat-trick against them either last season or the season before, around Christmas, back-to-back after Burnley or something. And history seems to be going well this season, so why not, hey?
Well, you've gone with the history's captain, haven't you? So hopefully it will. I'm going to bring on Chicken Tikka Mo Salah, Booner.
Cool. I'm going to head off, Steve-O. I've got to go out. So cheers for having me on. I'll catch you in a bit.
Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Cheers, dude, and see you soon. Thank you. Bye. There's FPL Booner there, one of our moderators and a very, very close friend of the show. Chicken Tikka Mo Salah. I'm going to try get you on, but there's 500 million people in here, and it's pretty difficult to be bringing you on air at the moment. It's a shame I can't actually... Oh, there we are. Chicken Tikka Mo Salah, you are live on the deadline day special, my friend.
Evening, Steve. How are you doing? Evening, Bruno.
I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty happy about this particular game week. I've gone with Aubameyang captain. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, great pick. I think, especially if they get an early goal. I think if they get early goal, it could be 2, 3, 4, maybe depending on how they set up. So yeah, it's a great pick, great differential as well, because not a lot of people will be captaining Aubameyang. So if he does well, then you're in for a treat.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. So we've got your team up on screen. You're going with a 3-4-3 formation. Matt Ryan in goal, Van Dijk, Digne, Alexander-Arnold, so a double up on Liverpool. Sterling, Cantwell, De Bruyne, McGinn, Aguero, Captain Pookie and Abraham. Remind the audience of your transfers, I forget.
I literally done it 2 minutes before the deadline. I actually waited. But yeah, I took out Connor Wickham and Salah and brought in Aguero and Cantwell. And captained, obviously, Aguero.
Wow. What's that, a -4?
Yeah, just a -4, yeah.
Wow.
And then my plan is to only do a 1 week punt for Aguero, and then get Salah or Mane back in. I just think Aguero is going to do really well, and he's especially in the top 12, top 11 or 12 in the Cash Mini League. I don't think anyone else has Aguero. They do after 12th, I think, or 12th does, but no one in the top 11.
Yeah, I think I think it was Jason and I can't remember who, but there was someone else that owned him, and that was it.
Yeah, so that's why I decided to bring him in. So hopefully it pays off.
So
Fingers
you would have
crossed.
initially had then a 3-5-2 then.
Yeah, I'd still had the 3-5-2, but I would have had James. I'd have probably played Kelly. I'd have probably went 4-4-2 and played Kelly, because James ain't gonna play. He's only 50%. So yeah, I would have played Kelly ahead of Lundstrom, and then if Kelly didn't play, then had Lundstrom. So yeah.
Are you happy with what you've done, this captain?
Yeah.
Transfer wise.
Yeah, very happy. I don't think Liverpool, it'd be like 3-1. I think it'd be like the history says 1-1. I think it'd be a tight game. I think Chelsea want to get back to winning ways, and then obviously so will Liverpool because they have both lost in midweek in the Champions League. So yeah, I think it'll be a tight game, and I'm just hoping Aguero does well. I got Sterling and De Bruyne as well, so I'm just hoping they don't do a Norwich, and I hope they punish them 3-4-0 or something like that. So yeah, fingers crossed.
What are your thoughts on Andy 1998, aka Resi Desi, and Phil in our Cash Mini League, captaining Kevin De Bruyne?
Yeah, I think it's a great pick. Like you said, his home record's really good. He usually gets double digits. So yeah, I can't see why not. I think he'd be the one providing the assists. So yeah, I think it's an excellent captain choice for them too.
Yeah, completely agree.
Definitely.
I completely agree with you there. I mean, Harry Doherty has come in with Salah loves scoring against us. In other words, Chelsea. I hate to disappoint you, Harry.
Only
but,
2 goals.
Yeah, he's only scored 2 goals in the last 6 fixtures.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be worried about that. Papa Smurf, is that your team, Stephen? No, this is Charlie. He's on air now. I don't know if you're in the Cashman League or not, Papa Smurf, but I think you may be, and he's one of your rivals. So basically, Charlie, Papa Smurf is saying that it looks awesome, your team. He has taken a -4 though. So yeah.
Yeah, -4.
Yeah.
I'm not too bothered as long as Aguero don't blank and Salah gets 2, then yeah, I'll be happy.
Well, that's the issue, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm like you said, the only reason why I've took out Salah is because, like you said, the history. And I just think it'd be a tight game because both would be a bit shaky after both losing in the week. And yeah, I've just gone with the history. So yeah, and I'm scared of not having Aguero, especially when he's a differential in the top 11 in the Cash Mini League.
What are your thoughts on Brendan Sewell saying that he's wildcard this week specifically to get Aguero in as captain, but he got rid of Sterling for De Bruyne and he got rid of Abraham? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, yeah, I think Aguero. I mean, even for the next. I mean, they got Everton next week. Everton aren't exactly doing amazing, but they are doing quite well at home. But then Man City's fixtures are quality. And then, what else did you say he done? Sorry.
He got rid of Abraham and brought in Sterling for De Bruyne. And just to add, he got rid of Salah for Mane and brought in Son.
Brought in Son. I mean, yeah, Son could be good, but I think tomorrow's. I think it'd be a draw tomorrow, so he could score, and obviously he's the main sort of man with Kane in his Son. When Son and Kane are both on form, then and when Tottenham are on form, they're both going to do well. And I think Abraham, I think it's sort of a 50-50 one because. He's on I mean, I kept Abraham. I've had him for the last 2 games, and he's got 5 goals in his last 2 Prem games. But I mean, I wouldn't be taking Tammy out. No way, not on his form.
The community the community team is up on screen at the moment, and it's one of those where we completely neglected it, but it's actually basically 400,000th in the world. It's doing really, really well at the moment. The community has now been taken over by Andy 1998, aka Resi Desi, and Phil, one of our regular callers. And they basically did some quick polls, and they got rid of Mason Mount and Martial for Cantwell and Son. Up on screen now, so it's a 4-4-2 formation. It's gone Nick Pope, Alexander-Arnold, Zinchenko, Wan-Bissaka, Digne, Salah, Sterling, Cantwell, Son, Callum Wilson and Pookie. That team's looking good, isn't it? You can see why it's doing so well.
Sounds nice. Sounds very nice, yeah, and it's a good team overall because we was in the hangouts earlier, like loads of us, and yeah, Phil and Andy were saying about it and got everyone to vote for it. So yeah, it's doing well, really well.
Yeah,
fingers crossed it keeps going.
Yeah, basically, for anybody that's listening in that's like a real hardcore Elite FPL fan, Andy and Phil are going to be taking over pretty much what the community team is going to be doing. So in the Discord, there will be polls in the poll vote to decide whether whether you decide to transfer or not, and if so, which specific position, etc., etc. More importantly, when to use the wild card. FPL Fozzie is saying, and I know the answer to this, but you can confirm that you are a Bristol Rovers fan, yes?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, Bristol Rovers. Yeah.
Do you want to plug your YouTube channel here while you've got the audience's attention for now?
Yeah, go subscribe to One Rovers Vlogs. Yeah, I do. I'm going to start doing vlogs, match previews. I've also done some FPL content on there as well. So yeah, if you could subscribe and get me to 300, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, why 300?
Well, I'm on like 219, I think, at the moment. So that's like the next, level to get to, the milestone, and then carry on. Hopefully, get to 100,000 in a few years.
Does Bristol Rovers even have 100,000 fans?
No, they don't. No.
Right then. Yeah. Any final thoughts, Charlie, before we let you go?
Just keep up the quality work, you and Chase, and good luck for everyone this weekend.
Cheers, dude. I've got a special. Cheers, thank you, Charlie. I just cut you off. I've got a special guest, and I'm hoping. Well, he's a special guest to me. He won't mean nothing to anybody else, but he's certainly a special guest to me. But hopefully, it will work. Nick Reed. Mr. Reed, as everybody knows him as. Hopefully, this will work. Nick Reed, are you there? Just need to turn the stream off, and you'll be there'll be no echo. So just turn the stream down or the volume off, and we won't get any echoes. So, Mr. Reed, you are live on the Elite FPL deadline day call-in.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, pal. Can you explain to the audience the private discussion that you were having with me regarding the chips and what you want to be doing rather than what the rules suggest?
Well, it was just frustrating me because I wanted to do my free. I didn't want to do my free hit. I did my free hit, but I also wanted to triple captain Aguero at the same time, and it wouldn't allow me until you. And I didn't know that until you told me, and it was incredibly frustrating.
And could you tell our audience why you played the free hit chip in the end?
Well, with James and Mount both being injured, I just thought my bench was terrible, so there was no sense in replacing them. And I just didn't want to do the point hits again. I didn't want to see point hits, so I just thought, go for it.
Because weren't you top of our league or something in our cash mini league? Were you top or something? Were you certainly very high, weren't you?
Don't pretend you don't remember that. I was top day one.
and
laugh.
Oh, hold on, Nick, Mr. Reed. The game has updated, everybody, so I can actually now bring your team up on the screen. Now, this is exciting, isn't it? We can now find out what Mr. Reed's team is. So, everybody, if you want to know, and straight away, Vipin Nair is saying that, well, simply put, the game is now updated. I can now go through the top 4, top 10, but out of respect to Mr. Reed, who's live on air at the moment, we can now look at his team. Where are you in the league at the moment? You're 40th, aren't you? Something like that?
Yeah.
Around that position there,
yeah.
So you've taken the free hit because you basically didn't want to do a -4, a -8 or something to get rid of it.
I would have gone mad. I would have gone more than that. I wouldn't have been able to help myself.
Here we go. So let's see what the... Oh, has the game updated? What's going on here? Why isn't this working for? How strange.
I've put it in the rate my team.
Oh, you've actually put it in the rate my team. Maybe that'll be easy. I don't know why. Maybe because this particular thing hasn't updated itself. This is going to be a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Let's try it one more time, and if not, we'll put it in the rate my team. Hopefully, I'll leave that bit. I'll leave. You'll understand this joke. I'll leave that for now. So you've done it in the rate my team, have you? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's one of the latest teams that you've put in there. I'm assuming.
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago.
God, there's hundreds. Absolutely hundreds of people. Oh, here we are.
What,
right,
Nick Reed's?
Hundreds of Nick Reed's in there. Right, here we go. We got Nick Reed's team up on screen right now. And so this is the free hit, everybody.
Don't start taking the mick.
We've got Nick Pope, Vestergaard, Rico, Lundstrom, Cantwell, Son, De Bruyne, Mane, Pukki, Aubameyang and Aguero. Right then. Take us through your thought process as to why you've gone with a 3-4-3 and in Pukki, Aubameyang and Aguero, despite Pukki having a pretty tough fixture.
According to you.
According to me, yes.
Well, the defence, there's no one keeping any clean sheets, are there? No one's keeping any clean sheets at all. So I'm just thinking, just for this week, let's throw everything in. I'm assuming Man City are going to be storming it against Watford because of what happened last week. Hence Captain Aguero, and hence wanting to triple Captain Aguero, but being unable to. So I just thought, just go low with the defence and stick everything up front as best I could.
Yeah, no,
and get rid of Sterling. I wasn't bothered with Sterling.
Do you want to tell the audience as to why you weren't bothered with Sterling, but you went with De Bruyne instead?
Only because it's I'm fed up of seeing Sterling not do much recently.
yeah.
Unless we can have his England points.
You've gone with Mane.
So I got rid of him. And
oh yeah, go on.
Yeah, Mane. I took Salah out. He'll be back in the team next week after the free hit. But who knows? I might take him out properly then. I just think, like everyone says, Mane should give the same number of points or thereabouts over the season as Salah. I mean, he does really well, doesn't he? And Son, I'm hoping that Son will eclipse Kane and just be another striker in that sense. So I'm happy. I'm happy with the front section of the team.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You've gone ultra cheap at the back, especially with I know Vestergaard's, I think it's 5 or 5.1 million, but
cheapo.
They're playing tonight. Are you confident in them? Well, Vestergaard and Rico returning any points at all attacking wise? Because I just can't see there being any clean sheets.
No. But I'm happy with it for this free hit because I was just sick of all the no clean sheets whatsoever from but not just no clean sheets, but having no attacking returns from Van Dijk and whoever else was at the back before. So yeah, for this free hit, I'm happy, and I just hope that City run riot, Aubameyang runs riot, and Son and Mane.
Do you think now the deadline's happened, the team is here, it's done? Are you happy that you've used the free hit chip, or in hindsight, do you wish you hadn't touched it? No,
I'm happy with it. I'm definitely happy with it. With what I had before and the injuries, and not wanting to take, because I would have gone mental on the points. I would have gone minus. I would have done a Jason or something, and I didn't want to do that. No. So yeah, no, I'm happy with it for this week. Yeah.
Brilliant. Mr. Reed, have you got any final thoughts before we let you go? Because I want to see if I can get through the old.
No, go for it.
The league, but of course my laptop's crashed. See, there we are. It's all done and dusted. Mr. Reed, thank you for joining us, and I'm sure you're going to continue watching.
Pleasure. I shall be watching for Carry On. Yeah, all right.
And I'll see you at Poppy's next week. There's my good friend, Mr. Reed. Everybody there, really appreciate him coming on. And it's the first time he's going to be on. The first time using Discord. And like with anybody, if you want to do what Mr. Reed's done and come live on air, not just for the first time, but if you are a regular contributor and want to come live on air, come into the waiting room. By all means, you can come live on air. We're only going to go on for about 20 more minutes or so. But again, it's all down to you what the conversation is and how long I can go on for, to be honest with you. But I'm really hoping that I can actually upload the game, because unfortunately I don't think the specific thing that I'm using updates live per se. But I'm hoping this does work. So I'm going to go with number 1, which is the Andrew Fong, spent with an F, top of our cash mini league. He achieved top spot this weekend. So, actually, I just realised I want to see Jason's team. What about? Because I want to see if he's done what he said he may do. Jason's team is here. I'm hoping this works. Oh, he's done it! Oh, he's done it! He's done it! Everybody! He's played his triple captain, everybody. I want to see live reaction to this. Jason has used his triple captain, everybody. He's done it. And he did have a statement prepared, so to speak. I'm going to have to paraphrase it because I didn't write any of it down. The simple answer is this. The reason why Jason has used his triple captaincy is because it's to basically essentially cancel out the triple captain, the -16. He believes that Aguero is going to storm it, and he thinks that he's going to pay back that 16 points. I want to see what the chat are saying. So, Gotham is saying, whoa there, the Tesso, he did it. Darren Molly is saying he's done the triple captaincy. Hassanan is saying he knew he would do it. Cameron Rudge, watch Aguero get nothing in Aubameyang get a hat-trick. Pasha Paninaf TV, oh wow. Gravy Dave is a good call. Armand Dillon, LOL. Youssef, great stuff there, Jason. Gabriel DeRop is saying that he likes the move. Goblin, makes no sense whatsoever. Koki Smurf, so that -16 will in effect when everybody else uses the triple captain. He also made this point as well. You've just reminded me that basically the code for the league should be on the screen. If not, it's ABZKBB, I think. But it's in the description. Just go to the description of the video and you'll be able to find it and everything. But yeah, he also said that the fact that there are so many people taking hits as well, he thinks that actually, so for argument's sake, it's this. Quite a lot of people, including myself, but I'm not anywhere near him at the moment. So quite a lot of people, and we'll find out in a minute, have taken hits. There we are. Resi Dezel, thank you. If you are wanting to join the free Elite FPL Community League, the free one, it is what I said. It's abdkzz. So that's Alpha, Bravo, Delta, Kilo, Zulu. There we are. Not Zebra, as I said many years ago. But yeah. He also said, like I said, that because of the amount of people that took hits, reality is that the -16 becomes almost like a -8 in his case. But let's bring up his team. Well, if you were looking at his team. For people listening on audio, we've got Adrian in goal, Rico, Dina, Matip, Daniel James, but he won't play, so Lundstrom will come in instead. Iwobi, De Bruyne, Mane, Aubameyang, Pukki, and Aguero, triple captain. So to alliterate that point, Jason, who is, I don't even know where he is in the Cash Mini League, to be honest with you. He's 22nd in the Cash Mini League. Triple captained Aguero after taking a -16. And to show you guys what his captain's transfers were for this -16, this was after his wild card, by the way. He did Soyuncu, Salah, Sterling, Greenwood, Xander Silva out for Rico, Mane, Lansbury, Pukki and Aubameyang. Effectively, he wanted a front three of Pukki, Aubameyang and Aguero, and that's what he's done. Like I said, what are your thoughts, everybody, on this? And that's just reminding me, if you are a brand new watcher of this particular show and you haven't subscribed but you're enjoying the content, I'll be honest with you, you may as well hit that subscribe button, because we are pretty much a daily streaming show talking all things fantasy football. And that's just reminding me again, we're back with Soccer Saturday tomorrow. Soccer Saturday tomorrow is live from 4 o'clock. I can't go at 3 o'clock due to work commitments, but 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, it will be me doing Soccer Saturday, and we will be going through the games at obviously 3 o'clock. It'll be the second half kickoffs, but we will have, they're not great games, but Burnley versus Norwich, Everton, Sheffield United, Man City versus Watford. And depending on what how the day goes and everything, I may go into the Newcastle-Brighton game. But to be honest with you, I don't think I'll be covering that because I think it's going to be a terrible game and I'm not really interested. But the point being is that Soccer Saturday is going to be with me from 4 o'clock, so make sure that you tune in for that. Right then, let's do what I said I was going to do. I want to look over the runners and riders of this particular Cash Mini League. So let's go with Andrew Fong, who is first, spelt with an F. See what he's done. done 2 free transfers. Let's find out what those transfers are straight away. This is going to be interesting. So top of our mini league, and he's gone Zinchenko and Allaire out for Aurier and Wilson. So to repeat that, it's Zinchenko and Allaire out for Aurier and Callum Wilson. He's number 1 in our cash mini league. His team in full: Tom Heaton, Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, Aurier, Lundstrom, Cantwell. He's gone with Sterling captain. Makes sense. It's the safety option in his team. De Bruyne, Salah, Callum Wilson, and Pookie. Wow. So we didn't get rid of Mason Mount. Interesting. Very nice. Very nice team indeed, my friend. Moving on to second spot. And I know he's there watching, or he certainly was watching earlier on. It's Show Me the Mane. It's Wayne Hanley. Hopefully he'll come on live on one day. Oh, he's taken a -4. Let's see what transfers he did for a -4. So effectively, that's a -12 for Jason. And let's find out what Show Me the Mane or Wayne has done for his -4. See if I think they were worth it or not. But who am I to talk? Ooh. I like them. Wan-Bissaka and Yarmolenko out. Van Aanholt and Buendia in. Like them moves. You get a thumbs up from me there. Nice. Very nice moves indeed. Like that a lot. And to repeat what his team is in full: Matt Ryan in goal, Robertson, Maguire, Van Aanholt, McGinn, Buendia, Salah, De Bruyne, Sterling captain, Pookie and Mopay. And we all know that Mopay is a very, very, very big differential, especially not just in the overall rankings, but certainly in the world. Moving on to third spot, it's Manchester Reds, Terence Levy. He's also done a -4. Is it with hits? I can imagine what he's done because I can see just Tottenham in there. Another one gone with Sterling captaincy. Ooh, you people now that captain Sterling, are you more encouraged by the fact that 3 out of 3 of the top 3 in our mini league have captain Sterling? So his 2 transfers for a -4. I like these a lot. Maddison and Robertson out. Son and Otamendi in. They are beautiful. Again, thumbs up there. Ooh, thumbs up, friend. Any in-betweeners fans out there, you will appreciate that joke. Anyhow, Fabianski in goal, Otamendi, Maitland-Niles, Vertonghen, Wan-Bissaka, Mane, Sterling, captain, Son, De Bruyne, Pookie, and another one with Mopay. So moving on to the final cash spot, it's Marlon Moore. Has he done a -4? Let's find out. Hooray, we've got a differential cat. He's done a -4. He has done a -4. Let's find out what those transfers were. I know it sounds a bit boring, but to the people that are doing this Cash Mini League, this is important data. Look at that. Oh, wow. This is one for you, chat. This is one for you. Listen up. Sterling and Greenwood out for Buffal and Aguero. What are your thoughts on that, chat? Sterling and Greenwood out for Buffal and Aguero. 4th in our mini league. He's 5,000th, just under 6,000th in the world. -4 there. Is that a bit of a sideways move? I don't know. I just don't know. It's a 3-4-3 formation. Nick Pope in goal. We got Zinchenko, Digne, Alexander-Arnold, McGinn, De Bruyne, Salah, Buffal, Aguero captain, Pookie and Barnes. 4th in our mini league. So now what I'm going to do, now they're the top 4 cash league places. Let's go with 5th spot in Millsy FC. I'm not going to go for every single team. Finally, we got just one transfer done. I'm not going to go over who it was, but let's just find out who he captained, and it was Sterling. He's got Mason Mount playing, but Greenwood's going to come off on the bench. Nick Pope in goal, Van Dijk, Digne, Maguire, Salah, Sterling captain, Son, Mount, Maddison, Barnes and Pookie. Right, okay. But he's gone with Sterling captaincy. Is Sterling captaincy going to be the overall popular captaincy pick within our mini league? Right then, let's look for, no disrespect, but more of the more popular names within the Elite FPL community. Again, I don't mean to be rude, but I think it's just important to name check some of the teams that actually, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the word, would you believe? But interact is the word I'm looking for. There we are. So Aman Dillon, he's 8th. He came on live, a very, very close friend of the show. He did 2 free transfers. Let's remind ourselves what those 2 free transfers were. They were Zinchenko, Dendonka out for Hanley and Mason. Oh, Mason Mount. Oh, ouch. Unlucky. At least it was for free. You didn't do it for a hit. That's the important thing. You did it for free. So let's just see what those, how his team's set up. He's gone with Sterling captaincy. Matt Ryan in goal, Van Dijk, Rico, Hanley. He's playing Hanley, okay. Mason Mount, but it's Lundstrom that's going to come off the bench. Salah, Sterling captain. He's got Son, De Bruyne, Pookie and Allaire. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now then, let's look over some, like I said, some of the more regular. Nasty Balls. Dan Simpson. So Nasty Balls. He always seems to be the guy that says, that's in the chat first. A De Bruyne captaincy. Made no transfers and he's gone with De Bruyne as the captain instead of Sterling. So his team in full: Nick Pope, Montoya, Digne, Alexander-Arnold, De Bruyne captain, Mane, Sterling, Cantwell, Pookie, Firmino and Abraham. We got another Kevin De Bruyne captaincy here. I want to see what... Oh, Keyboy, of course. Let's see what Keyboy's done. He's gone with Sterling captaincy. This is going to be the theme of the night, isn't it? No transfers made. Matt Ryan in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Emerson, Otamendi, Digne, Salah, De Bruyne, Ceballos, Sterling, Pookie and Callum Wilson. I want to look at... What's his face? Let's look at Ramsey Sinclair, another regular. Oh, he's done a -8. Wow. Ramsey Sinclair has done a -8. Okay, 16th in our Cash Mini League. Let's find out what his 3 transfers were for a -8. So, he went with Van Dijk, Firmino, Mason Mount out for Aurier, Aubameyang and Iwobi. And his team in full: Edison, Aurier, Kelly, Digne, Cantwell, Sterling, Mane, Iwobi, De Bruyne, Pookie, and he went to captain. He's captained Aubameyang like me. There we have it. An Aubameyang captain along with me. Kevin Huntley, aka Statman. He's gone with Aguero captaincy. 3-5-2 formation. No transfers made. Tom Eaton in goal. Vertonghen, Digne, Kelly, Cantwell, De Bruyne, Mane, Sterling, Lanzini, Aguero captain and Pookie. Yeah, like that team a lot. Like that team a lot. Moving on down. FPL Lad on Instagram. At FPL Lad, if you want to follow him on. If you're an Instagram user, by the way, we are on Instagram. Our former co-host Dan, he is now in charge of our Instagram page. So if you want to check him out on Instagram, or us on Instagram, it's at Elite FPL. If you want to check out FPL Lad, a very popular member of the FPL community on Instagram, it's at FPL Lad. Heaton, Digne, Otamendi, Alexander-Arnold. Did he make any transfers? No, he didn't. Salah, Lanzini, Sterling captain, De Bruyne, Cantwell, Barnes and Pookie. There we have it there. Very, very interesting indeed. What's going on here? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that whatsoever. Moving on to a few more of the popular faces in the particular Cash Mini League. like I said, I just want to go through some of the people that come regularly live on air. FPL Penguin, of course. 24th in the Cash Mini League. Another Kevin De Bruyne captaincy ahead of Sterling and Aubameyang. So we're going with Tom Eaton in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Lundstrom, Lamela, Mane, De Bruyne, Lanzini, Sterling, Pukki and Aubameyang. Wow. And he's gone with De Bruyne as captain. Wow. That's interesting. I wonder if he's listening in now, if he wants to come live on air and tell us why he went with captaining Kevin De Bruyne. There is logic to it, of course. See any more of our regular contributors. Like I said, if you are enjoying the stream, simply just hit the like button. Really does show your support. If you are brand new to the channel and you're enjoying what you're seeing, what you got to do is subscribe. We are a daily show, and tomorrow we're doing Soccer Saturday, covering all the games. Admittedly, it's going to be from 4 o'clock, but yeah, tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock, join myself doing Soccer Saturday, reacting live to the 3 games that are participating at 3 o'clock. Davey FPL's team, I read it out earlier on, but we'll quickly go through it again. Matt Ryan in goal, Digne, Robertson, Zinchenko, Ake, Cantwell, De Bruyne, Salah, Sterling captain, Barnes and Pukki there. Now then, just quickly scrolling through. Like I said, the big talking point that we've had today, Jason has used his triple captaincy. Everybody. Jason has used his triple captaincy. Gotham, 50th in the world. Blimey. That'll be a claim to fame. And of course I've hit the wrong button. Brilliant. But Gotham is one of our moderators. He's 50th in the Cash Mini League. Let's see what he did this particular game week. Now the game has updated. The game, actually, the Southampton-Bournemouth game is about to kick off. He's gone with Aguero. Gotham has gone with Aguero captain. Took a -4. Nick Pope in goal. Digne, Alexander-Arnold, Lundstrom, De Bruyne, Son, Mane, Mount, Cantwell, Aguero and Pukki. And then Kelly will probably come off for Mason Mount. If not, it will then be Greenwood, of course, coming off there. And then now we're moving into the drabs of the Cash Mini League. The absolute drabs where I belong at the moment. I'm right down there. I'm right down in 62nd. Terrible. Let's see what former co-host Dan Buller's done. Took a -4. He's gone with Sterling captaincy. He's gone Tom Eaton, Loughton, Digne, Zinchenko, Salah, McGinn, De Bruyne, Sterling, Cantwell, Aubameyang and Pukki. I think he brought in Aubameyang, actually. Let's have a look. Let's see what former co-host Dan did for a -4. Mason Mount and Allaire out for Cantwell and Mount. Yeah, they're for Cantwell and Aubameyang. Yeah, they're logical, completely logical moves there. Makes complete sense. Do not blame you whatsoever. And I think you should do all right this particular game. It's a very, very nice looking team there. Moving on, of course, when you click back, it goes to the wrong page. Gee whiz, we've already gone through his team. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, we went through Phil Potter's team, and I am going to mention Alex Volo. Now, you may be wondering, Alex Volo, who's that? Alex Volo is the creator of all our thumbnails, not this specific one, but all the good, high, graphic-based ones. He is the creator of all those thumbnails, so I just want a quick shout out to him. And we've got Matt Ryan in goal. His team is in full. Matt Ryan in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Zinchenko, Maitland-Niles, Iwobi, Sterling captain, Pepe, Son, Cantwell, Firmino and Allaire. There we have it, everybody. What I'm going to do is I'll just quickly, I may take a couple of calls, see how people are feeling, and then I think I'm going to call it a night. And then we'll be back again tomorrow afternoon for Soccer Saturday. Where, like I said, we have got we've got 3 games on basically. That lost guy. We're going to get you live on air in just a few seconds. So just be prepared. Be prepared to come live on air in 2 seconds. Here we go. That Lost Guy, you're live on the Elite FPL Deadline Day show, my friend. That Lost Guy, are you there? There we are.
What's up, Steve-O? I think I'm in the wrong area.
Oh, you don't want to be live on air, no?
No, I'm watching the game. That's why my bad.
Now that is a first. Someone doesn't mean live on air, live on YouTube. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night, everybody. I don't need to continue. I don't need to continue chatting anyway, to be honest with you. A quick question there, answering on what do we call it? And now it's gone. What a typical thing to do. I think it was something along the lines of any interest. Ah, there we are. Our man Dylan. Any interest in tonight's game, FPL wise? From my point of view, no. There are a few people that have brought in Callum Wilson, of course. That's going to perk a few. People like myself will be dreading if Bournemouth get a clean sheet because, of course, Rico is starting tonight, and I brought in Rico, and I haven't started him whatsoever. I don't think they're actually going to play. I don't think they're going to keep a clean sheet tonight, in my honest opinion. But 2 minutes have gone in the match, and yeah, like I said, I think I'm going to call it an evening. Like I said, I only want to go for a few minutes, and the game is on now. And yeah, and we've had not literally record numbers tonight, but we've certainly had a lot of people watching. It's been a wonderful call-in show. I cannot believe that we started at 6:30 and it is now 8 o'clock. I legitimately mean that. I cannot believe that amount of people have been with us, but thank you as ever for joining. Right then, you know what the next bit is? It's let's get on with the admin. Let's just finish this off, and you can enjoy the Southampton Bournemouth game. So, clear the throat. No, simply put, on your way out, once I end the stream, all you got to do is simply hit the like button to show your support for what myself and Jason are doing. In fact, talking of which, here we are, John Harris. I see you live in there. Look at the new layout. The new layout now. It's a bit more a HD, so to speak. And I am liking at the bottom of the screen. You may notice a load of names. Well, those names are the latest subscribers to our channel. So basically, in other words, if you want to see your name come up on screen, hit that subscribe button, which beautifully links me into that. If you haven't subscribed to the show but you enjoy the content that me and Jason produce, simply hit that subscribe button. And like I said, we are pretty much, well, we are a daily content provider pretty much. And all I will say is that stick around for Soccer Saturday tomorrow, 4 o'clock. We've also got the Sunday Surgery, where we'll be basically reviewing. I will warn you now, actually. I think I may do the Sunday Surgery earlier than normal. Don't quote me on that. Please stay tuned to Twitter at Elite FPL. But there's a chance that I may be going live a lot earlier than normal for the Sunday Surgery show. Okay, so to alliterate that point, Sunday Surgery is normally on air at 8 o'clock on a Sunday. When Jason's not here, I'm sorry, but I will take advantage of that, and it means that I can go to bed a bit earlier, if I'm honest with you. I know it's a bit selfish. I'm not suggesting for 1 minute. We're only going to be on air for about 5 minutes, but what I will say is that I just want to take advantage of it, hence why there's a stream early today, because I can just do it. I can just get on with it, basically. So yes. Anyway, the point being is that I will be going live on air, I reckon, hopefully about 5 o'clock. I don't know. Maybe during the Aston Villa game. May even do a stream during the Arsenal. The simple point is that I'll be waiting for my housemate to see if he's in the house or not. If he's not in the house, then I will probably be covering the Arsenal Aston Villa game, and also is it the West Ham Man United game that's live at 4:30 as well? I think it is. Let's just quickly look at the fixture page here, and the simple answer is no, it's not. It's Chelsea Liverpool. Of course it is. Well, not about Chelsea Liverpool is at 4:30 as well. So I may actually be going live during them games. Would you believe? But who knows? Just stay tuned for Twitter at Elite FPL. Of course, follow us on Instagram. Talking to Dan, he's in the chat at the moment. Your social media assistant. Go give him a follow on his Instagram page. Your social media assistant. Simply put, he's now in charge of our Instagram pages at Elite FPL. If you are on Instagram and you do prefer Instagram to Twitter, there we are at Elite FPL. We've got a website as well, elitefpl.com. Everything's just Elite FPL. If you ever want to search anything to do with Elite FPL, all you've got to do is type in on Google Elite FPL. It just comes up like that. It just instantly comes up. You'll see us. But we do have a website that Jason has put a hell of a lot of time into. He's put a lot of effort into that website, and it's definitely worth checking out. Of course, it features our score predictor game. Definitely worth checking out. Definitely worth just signing up for a bit of fun every game week, predicting the scores, and we are part of a leaderboard. And I think there's like 180 people in that. It's ridiculous, but it's fantastic the amount of people that are part of it. And I'm actually doing okay in it. But more importantly, the history is actually doing. I think the history is 40th. But again, quite a lot of people have got the same point, so it doesn't really matter. But then the history has entered into the into that particular leaderboard, so to speak. Other than that, any other admin? I can't even think of any other admin, to be honest with you. So I'm going to end the stream there. And all I can say is thank you so much for joining me. It's been a blast, and I am going to plug this right now. The guys at Planet FPL, and there we are, Anan Yasha, thank you for your subscription there, my friend. And if, like I said, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to plug them. Planet FPL. They are doing a live stream right now during the Southampton-Bournemouth game, and I highly recommend you check them out. My opinion is their podcasts are essential listening. I tweeted on my private Twitter account. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Elite FPL Stevo. But to be honest with you, if you like the bill, you'll enjoy my Twitter page. If you don't like the bill, then don't bother following me. It's quite simple, really. But simply put, I highly recommend you go and give out our friends in Planet FPL a view. See what you think of their show. They're doing a live stream. They don't normally do live streams. What I will say is that their normal content that they produce, which is pre-recorded chats about football. Essentially, it's Monday Night Football with Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher. Real in-depth analysis of the football matches that have taken place over the weekend, but more importantly, relating it with FPL. And me personally, I'm seriously considering doing a wildcard based on the information that they've given me. Yes. I'll leave it at that. But they are live streaming right now during the Southampton-Bournemouth game. So maybe you want to watch the game live and have them on in the background. I'm going to put them on for a bit. But like I say, they don't normally live stream. But their pre-recorded stuff, from my point of view, is essential listening. Not sensual listening, essential. Okay? But my mouth's getting a bit dry now. I'm deliberately bringing up, if I can centre it, Jason's team here because... Bloody hell, what am I doing? He's triple captained. He's used his triple captainship, everybody. So to reiterate that point, Jason has triple captained Aguero. So for all you rivals out there, look what he's gone and done. A goal already. VAR is saying that I'm not talking about VAR, I'm talking about VAR as in VARR in chat. 1-0 to Bournemouth. Who's got... No way is it a Rico assist. Is it really a Rico assist? Yeah. Waste of time. Absolute bloody waste of time. Flaming out. Unbelievable. I'm genuinely speechless, and you may be wondering why. Why Steve-O just gone quiet? I'll tell you why. Because I took a -4 this week. I brought in Rico. Did I play him? Why would I bother? I'll tell you why I wouldn't bother. Because I said this. He ain't going to get a clean sheet. He ain't going to get any attacking returns. Within 11 minutes of the match, he's got an assist. This is when you want to swear. But this is a family-friendly show and I can't swear. Right. Yes, it is disgusting, Dan. Absolutely. It's not... I ain't going to be Steve-O ranting on that, but I am disgusted by that, but whatever. There's nothing we can do about this. Anyhow, I said I was going to stop the stream 12 minutes ago, and I'm not. And I haven't. There we are. So for anybody listening, Ake has just scored for Bournemouth against Southampton. What does this tell you about Southampton? Another bunch of clowns. Are they in the clown list? Vince Chapman, I'm having a celebratory beer. Cheers. Cheers, Vince. I'm ending the stream there. Have a good evening. Enjoy the game, everybody. And catch me tomorrow, 4 o'clock, for soccer, Elite FPL Soccer Saturday. Cheers, guys. Take it easy.